Your government hard at work.
But now we're stuck in the system, and if you feed, you'll be bitten. All suits and ties, I'll never fit in. This is the march of the penguin.
Hey everyone, my name is Joe, and welcome to Just Sayin, or as like my engineer likes to say, Getting Drunk with Joe. A little bit of vodka and 7 here. Okay, a bit about me now. I'm a veteran of the Canadian military, being medically retired for going on like 6 years or so. My parents gave me the perfect name because I believe I'm just an average Joe, who happened to be blessed from birth to be both crazy, and I got the paperwork to prove it, yet sane and intelligent enough to know and accept it. Being me has made for one incredible journey through life, both in triumphs and tribulations. I've known what it's like to be so poor that public assistance has had to keep me fed and alive, and also wealthy enough to travel the world and even live in a foreign paradise for a time. I've been a criminal, but I've also been a helper of the community many times over. I've dined with prime ministers, but I've also hung out with friends on the porch of their trailer. I've eaten food in 5-star restaurants and broken bread with some of the poorest people in the world. I guess my amazing journey has given me a very broad taste of humanity, and I have to say I appreciate all cultures, creeds, and sexual orientations. I am a believer in, and both a lover of and a hater of people in general. So when you watch the show, you'll obviously see the slant I hold with my beliefs, but with my comedy, no one is off limits. I've learned that laughing at pain is so much more beneficial than succumbing to it. America, you must know how that feels these days, eh? Probably why your late night comedy is slaying. With 45 worst president ever in office, if you ain't laughing, you're crying, or possibly pissing your pants in fear. I mentioned the military earlier, and though it was the greatest career I've ever had, it was my second favorite job. I was once a limo driver, and let me tell you, though the money was spunk, the things I got to see and hear from everyday people made it amazing. Now, the Navy was my greatest career because it allowed me to sail around the world, meet tons of people, tons of places, and live the life I do today. Now, it also took the majority of my health, to the point some days I question whether it's worth it to make it through another day. But that's a completely different story, and I will touch on that subject later on in one of my shows. But I do things like this show to keep on living. However, here's the fucked up thing. Because of my injuries and disabilities, I now have more time with my family, I have enough to be financially secure, and oh yeah, to my father, who once said to me, "You think you could sit around all day and smoke weed and someone's going to help pay your bills?" Well, Dad, yep. Not only can I, the government pays for it. And they deliver it directly to my door. And you'll see that when we do Weed of the Week. And I'm not talking about no shitty homegrown or street skank. What I get is the Moab, mother of all Bambalaka. Well, like dear old Dad used to say, you can accomplish anything if you just put your mind and muscle behind it. I say either that or just get completely messed up medically at a job with a great disability pension. So, what do I deal with every day? Here's a little example of what I deal with. I now have to calculate a fart. You heard me right. I seriously have to think about it before I let it go. I have to work out the math and make sure I'm safe. And to sneeze? A freaking sneeze can turn my day into a tragedy. How about this? Just the act of having an orgasm. Oh no, not the activity. No, not the vigorous rub or bumping uglies with my wife to bring me to that orgasm, mind you. Just the orgasm itself will make me bedridden and cost me a good day to 2 days in bed, not being able to move, in excruciating pain. And because of that, I now battle with addiction issues. And my favorite one, the worst one, the old devil's dandruff. Anyway, when I was on the candy, I didn't even have to worry about getting wood. So the orgasm thing wasn't an issue. But when I'm not hitting the slopes, imagine that horrible quandary. Now, when say something, oh, I don't know, like a stiff breeze blows by, and it gives me full wood, now that's a freaking nightmare. Because if I take care of it, I know it's going to end in incredible pain and being bedridden, possibly for a few days. Now, if I don't take care of it, I'll have to walk around with sore balls until I take care of it, and all the guys out there know about blue balls and how painful that can be. So, if you know the answer to that one, because I don't know what to do, what do you do? So if you do know the answer to that, please tweet me or comment below, because I'm still working on that one. And sometimes, sometimes I wonder, why am I a bit psycho? Actually, I know why. Thanks for the prenatal smoking, Mom. Gotta love being born in the 70s when 4 out of 5 doctors recommended Virginia Slims. So basically, baby, I was born this way. I was born this way. Rat track, baby, I was born this way. Anyway, I'm a Gaga fan too. Anyway, so that's a little bit about me. Now let me tell you what you're in for with this new show called Just Sayin. Hopefully, you will find a place to escape this horrible world and just laugh. Put it on YouTube, watch it, 30 minutes, and just escape. And I know if you watch, some are going to love it, and some are going to hate it. I just hope you all talk about it, and you share it. Now, most of this show has been inspired by my comedic heroes, my influences, who include the greats, George Carlin for his brilliance, and of course, Richard Pryor and Robin Williams for sharing their absolutely excruciating pain and sharing their souls with us. Like, that's amazing comedy. Lately, I've been getting inspired by people like Samantha Bee, because she straight out kicks ass, Stephen Colbert, nuff said, Trevor Noah, Seth Meyers, John Oliver, and as you can tell from the opening credits, thanks for the dancing zebras, you were definitely right, they make everything more funny. Both of the Jimmys, and James Corden, and of course, I love old SCTV and Saturday Night Live. So we are going to pay tribute to those who have influenced me in some of our reoccurring spots like our commercials, Not a Poppet Sock Puppet Trump, Helium Karaoke, Just Sayin News, and secret audio tapes from the White House. And I will end every show in a nice calming manner called Zenning with Kida. I'm hoping to have on some serious interviews for my show from time to time with different people from different walks of life to help our community come together, heal, the community of Earth that we need. You may notice that I may look different from segment to segment. Hell, sometimes I might look different in the same segment. Well, that's just a product of my pain tolerance. So even though the show's only about 30-some plus minutes, it does take me many takes in small periods to get through it. Or it could possibly just be the weed. Before we get going, I just have to give a big thanks to Tim Elder, my engineer, who makes all the technical magic happen, and the boys from Solvent Society for the awesome opening track, March of the Penguins. Check it out. Google them, Facebook them, Twitter them, I think I'm missing YouTube. YouTube them. They're awesome. Awesome punk band. Well, punk alternative pop band. Phenomenal stuff. And they were going to help me out with some of the skits. So you'll see them from time to time. Also, we'll be featuring different music acts and taking some pieces from some music from some of my friends who are in bands like Ghosty Boy with Funk Vigilante. And I'd like to thank him for letting me use some of their cuts from their amazing music to make the show even better. I'm definitely hoping to make Ghosty come on the show with me for a couple skits in the future, because G is the bomb. We argue all the time on Facebook, we discuss, we call bullshit on each other, but we always have love and respect. And I believe if people could have the differences that we have between me and G, and still have nothing but big hugs and nothing but love in their hearts for each other, this place would be a much, much better world. So welcome to the inside of my fucked up mind, Just Sayin. We will be right back after this message from one of our commercials.
Do you sleep too much? Are you having problems with getting too many erections? Are you experiencing weight issues? Is your blood pressure too perfect? Do you not have time to work out? Then Pfizer's new miracle drug is for you. Cocaine. That's right, cocaine. Not just for the cartel anymore. Cocaine, the miracle cure, fixing all your problems from too many erections, weight gain, and too much sleep. Don't have time to work out? Bump a line and just go about your regular day. Your heart rate will have you feeling like you've run a marathon at full sprint. Get your cocaine from Pfizer. That's right, bitches. We're tired of losing the big money. Coming soon, Pfizer's new good sleep medicine. Warning, overuse of cocaine will kill you. Hell, any use of cocaine can kill you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Old News Guy.
And I'm Jake Anchor Dude.
And this is Just Sayin News.
In international news, Trump
Worst president ever!
did or said something shocking. Something Republicans would have considered hangworthy, not even 10 years ago.
Actually, we are going to try and list off all the great things and all the catastrophic things Trump has done during his first few months in office.
Hold on to your hats, peeps. This is gonna be bumpy.
Fired the director of the FBI for failing to demonstrate personal loyalty to him.
Tried to intimidate his former FBI director into silence by threatening to release secret recordings of their conversation.
Encouraged Americans' intelligence chiefs to undermine the FBI's Russia probe.
Undermined international cooperation on climate change and America's credibility on the world stage at a mindless spite.
Released a budget with a 2 trillion math error.
Shoved the Prime Minister of Montenegro out of his way so that he could stand at the front of a group of NATO leaders.
Allowed the Justice Department to prosecute a woman for laughing at Jeff Sessions.
Knowingly hired a paid agent of the Turkish government as his national security advisor.
Signed Yad Vashman's Book of Remembrance as though it were a middle school yearbook.
Has spent millions upon millions in security detail because even Ivanka does not want to be anywhere near his slimy ass.
Holy crap, I cannot keep up with this.
It's only been a few months. Slow down, Trump.
Fuck this is too much. Oh, and we didn't even get into how he grabs pussy without asking.
And half a country still voted for him. Out of control.
And let's go to the graph on how many great things.
Hell, I think the world would settle for just good or decent.
Well, let's see what the graphics say on how many good things the dumpster President Trump has done so far.
That looks like a goose egg. The big fat nada.
Not too good. Just saying.
And with that, why don't we go to the top 5 pictures of the Donald, shall we? You know, Joe, I feel sorry for the mindless trolls who would still support this toxic dumpster fire even if he shot a baby on the White House lawn.
Wouldn't that depend on the color of the baby? With his supporters?
Not sure with that, but that's what I'm hearing. Just saying.
Meanwhile, the GOP have been trying to pass the new Trump Care bill behind closed doors. What's that? This just in, we have leaked footage from the secret healthcare meetings. Roll the tape.
Wow, who didn't see that coming? In other news, we had some weather in some places, and I'm pretty sure there are some sporters playing sports, since hockey has ended. Doesn't really matter.
Next up, we have a special guest live. I'd like to welcome Jihad, ISIS worst recruiter ever. Nice to meet you, Jihad, I guess.
And nice to meet you, my infidel friend.
So, G, why are you known as the worst recruiter ever for ISIS?
Well, if you must know, infidel, I try a different approach. I recruit with hugs and love, not with passion and fury. I tell the people the truth. Even if they join, they will probably die. but get 70 virgins.
And how's that working for you, Mr. Hod?
I'm the worst ISIS recruiter in history. My Allah, you infidels are so dumb. I can't believe I haven't already captured the world. Mr. Infidel News Guy, can I have a moment? My friend Akbar just graduated. Here, let's roll his commencement video. No more Akbar. That is why I stay in recruitment and not in the field.
That is just terrible.
Not for Akbar. 70 virgins await him with Allah.
Ever think what if that 70 virgin things was wrong?
No hugs for you, infidel.
Jihad, everyone! Yo, everyone, it seems like we have a surprise guest. Let's welcome Sock Puppet Trump, everyone!
Not a puppet.
But you're right here and you are a puppet.
No puppet. No puppet. You're the puppet.
No, seriously, Sock Puppet Trump, you have glued on eyes, a felt suit, and you're made from a sock.
Fake news. You were all fake news. No puppet here. I am not an American puppet. You're the puppet. Yes, Donald. You're not American puppet.
Not a puppet, eh?
No comment. Fake news.
Sock Puppet Trump, everyone!
I'm Jake.
And I'm Joe, and that's the news. Just saying.
This world is out of control.
Out of control. Night, everyone! You are handsome, suave, and sophisticated. Your hands are so manly and huge. They're a perfect representation of your manhood. You are so virile, you make women pregnant just by shaking their hand. Everyone thinks you are the smartest gentleman ever. And damn it, everyone wishes they were you. This is what I see every time I look in the mirror. And how can I argue with the smartest man in the world? Not fake news.
So, mein Trump, your master's plan is working to perfection. I told you, when I bought the election from Putin, I would eliminate that Kenyan-born black bastard's name from anything in the government. Well, at least the Dems ain't got no one who is even close to beating you in 2020. We need to get dirt on that Obama's bitch and that nasty fat pig Oprah. Those two black bitches scare me.
Okay, everybody, welcome to our segment called Weed of the Week. I am a legal marijuana card holder. I have my card from the government. And being a veteran, I don't even pay for my weed. They deliver it right to my door, which is awesome. So all you veterans out there, get on that. It's quite helpful. With the pain I go through every day, it's much required. So tonight I am going to be doing a strain called Gene Guy. And I will tell you all about the effects once I go out and smoke a doobie. So sit back, relax. I'm going to take this outside. I'm going to roll me up a fat one, and we'll be back to see how it did. Alright, later. So the question is, how good is Gene Guy for Weed of the Week? Well, let's see. It's 3.5 hours later since I began this taping, and I'm wearing something completely different. Totally forgot I was taping. I just munched out on a whole bunch of stuff from the fridge, couple freezies, had a steak, cooked some hot dogs. I'd say Gene Guy is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I'm not feeling a damn thing as far as pain goes. I'm starting to get a little tired. Oh, by the way, Gene Guy is an indica hybrid strain. If you want to take a look at it and look it up for all the benefits and that, I suggest you go to leaf.com. They've got most of the strains out there, and they're pretty accurate in their take on how each strain makes you feel. I gotta say, this one's top notch. So if you ever get a chance to get Gene Guy, I'd say go get Gene Guy and go get high. But don't drive if you're high. Public service announcement. Okay, everyone, here's a correction from my Weed of the Week for the information you need to get. The website, one of the best websites for information on any strain of weed is called leafly.com. That's leafly.com. They have all the information you need out there. Just smoke safe, know what you're doing, and find out what you want. They've got great stuff on that website. So keep puffing, and we'll see you next week.
Sean, stop looking at my little girl's ass. That's my job. Sorry, boss. I wasn't staring at her. I was staring into space trying to figure out how to spin this latest catastrophe.
All right, welcome to our next segment of the show. It's called
Helium Karaoke. All right.
if you're wondering about this kick-ass shirt I'm wearing, it's one of the most awesome Canadian bands out there right now. They're killer live, like sick live. It's a band called Ninja Spy. So check them out, ninjaspy.net. They're freaking awesome. And hopefully we'll have those boys on the show sometime for a little interview. So, we're going to kick off karaoke, Helium Karaoke, with a little bit of Canadiana for you. And we're going to do a little bit of Tragically Hip. People know this song?
Oh yeah.
Okay, tell them what it is.
It's Snow Hey Oh. Come to decide of the things that I travel in my life just to get high on. When I sit alone, don't get a little known, but I need more than myself this time. Step from the world to the sea to the sky, and I do believe where we rely on. When I lay on, come get your plate, I'll all my life to sacrifice. Hey yo, listen what I say yo. I got your hey yo. Now listen what I say yo. What will I do that I really can't go? Too much left out to decide on. What's killing me up when I really see all that I need to look inside. Come to believe that I better not leave before I get my chance to ride. When it's killing me, I know do what I say, yo.
Trying to get ahead of yourself.
The more I see, the less I know, the more I like to let it go. Hey, yo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Deep into the color of a bright perfect wonder, let it go, right as snow. Probably divided by a love so undecided, and there's nowhere to go. In between the cover of another perfect wonder, and it's so white as snow. Running through the field, all my tracks will be concealed, and there's nowhere to go. Oh!
Second time's not so nice.
Written to send to a man for a friend of the channels that are broken down. Now you bring it up, I'm gonna ring it up just to hear you sing it out. Step from the road to the sea to the sky, and I do believe that we're alive. When I lay it on, come get to play it on all my life to sacrifice. Hey, yo. Listen what I say, yo. I've got your halo. Listen what I say, yo. Imagine that, little Prince with it's just white shirt. White dude. I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. Only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain. Purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you bathing in the purple rain. I never wanted to be your weekend lover. I only want to be some kind of friend. Hey. Maybe I could never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only want to see you underneath the purple rain. Honey, I know time to take it on. It's time we all reach out for something, and that means you too. Don't wanna be an American idiot. Don't on a mission under the new media. And can you hear the sounds of hysteria? The subliminal mindfuck America. Welcome to our new kind of tension. All across the alien mission. Everything is meant to be okay. Challenges and dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones who the follow. Everything that's too bad. Well, maybe I'm not fuckhead America. I'm not a part of your redneck agenda. Though everybody do the propaganda. It's in the wrong in the age of paranoia. Welcome to our new kind of tension. All across the alien nation. Everything is meant to be okay. Challenges and dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones who let them follow. Everything has to like you. Going out to idiot America. Welcome to our new kind of tension. All across the alien nation. Everything is meant to be okay. Challenges and dreams of tomorrow. We're not the ones who let them follow. Everything has to like you. Thank you for watching Helium Karaoke on Just Sayin.
Just saying.
So,
Last one was a little big.
wow. That was awesome. Okay.
Hey everyone! Glad you came out for the most presidential president who's ever presidented. I see I have the greatest crowd that ever crowded. Suck that, Obama. Just to set the record straight, I am not a puppet, you're the puppet. I know nothing about Russia, except that I asked them to hack crooked Hillary. Not my fault. My good friend Vladimir. I mean, a guy I've barely heard of. Did hack her. Not my fault. Republicans bought the used car I've been selling. Like these guys would follow me if I boned Ivanka right on the White House lawn. Had that dream. It was a good dream. It's not my fault. Blacks and minorities didn't believe my racist speak, even, and didn't go out and vote. Not my fault. I'm so incredibly incompetent. I leave the country in absolute chaos every day. Well, that one is my fault. But I told you, America, I wouldn't be boring. Did I lie? Anyway, I'm not a puppet. Even though I am a puppet. Wouldn't you like to be a puppet too? At least I give you the biggest, hugest, awesome ever. Even if it is the most awesome worst, it is still huge like the country China. China is huge like my hands. Not fake news. That punk Flynn better not say anything. Thought he was a good guy, but if he sings like a canary, I'm gonna make sure that canary gets coal mined. Don't worry, boss. No one believes that Russia thing. And besides, who cares? How's it against the law if you talked with Russia and they helped you get elected? That's bigly. Let's go with that. Send out to all my guys in the media. You know, all the good ones. That is the new spin. Even if there was collusion, it doesn't make it against the law. Hey, even better, Why don't we get a law written that says it's not against the law? That Gorsuch bitch owes me big time. I hate judges that you can't pay off.
This is called A Word to Justin, our Prime Minister. Classy, good-looking guy. Doesn't always do things right, but no politician does. But at least he's a human being, unlike our friends to the south. So, we're coming up to a very important negotiation with NAFTA. Donald Trump thinks he holds all the cards, but once again, Donald Trump is proving himself an idiot. We hold all the natural resources, we hold all the raw materials, we hold all the cards. If they want their pipelines, if they want their materials, if they want their food, if they want their products, don't give in and give Donald what he wants. Let's get more out of NAFTA. If the United States doesn't want it, China's waiting right there. They need plenty of material, and they'll jump right on board. Make a pact with us in Mexico, make a pact with us in China, I don't care. Just don't kowtow to that psychopath. He is an idiot. Who goes and says, let's bring coal back? Think about that. Hey Donald, how about whale oil? I heard that's really good, really cheap. You just go on a boat and kill a whale, and you can light up their oil. How about that? Let's go back to whale oil. No, better yet, let's go back to sticks and flint, okay? Skip everything. Let's just go back to, caveman days, since you behave like a caveman. Anyway, Justin, don't fall for the tricks. You know what he was doing when you met with him. Sat his beautiful daughter there. She Google-eyed you to death. You know what she was trying to do. It's a plan. It's a set plan. Who cares? Because when it comes to Ivanka, no matter how much you like her, if you liked her, remember, Daddy always comes first. So, with that in mind, make sure you take your hard stand on NAFTA, do your job, make Canada better. If the United States gets screwed, well, guess what? Half that country voted for a moron. And with all this stuff going on, the Russia stuff, the grabbing the pussy, making fun of disabled people, basically being a closet racist, nationalist freaking messages. What else has he done? He's done so much crap, it's ridiculous. Lying, that's all he does is lie. Hiring morons, everything. I mean, the guy is a total disaster. So, America, made their bed. Let them lie in it. It's their problem. It's not ours. Now, I got a lot of friends in the States, so I hope you get through this 4 years of, panic. I mean, has anybody been this scared before? Since when? Maybe Russia with Ronald Reagan? Maybe. I don't know, Kennedy and the Cuban Missile Crisis? Perhaps. But this insolent child has the ability to start nuclear war. What's going to happen when Donald Trump starts falling flat on his face and he's starting to think, oh, I might go to jail? What do you think he's going to do? This guy has never owned up to one mistake in his entire life. There's nobody that's mistake-free. Nobody. Yet this guy can't admit one wrong. That is a danger signal, people. Very dangerous. That's Kim Jong-il, that's Hitler, that's Stalin, that's all those psychopaths who ruined millions of lives. So, hopefully you can get through these 4 years, because I really like to plan it around. But other than that, Justin, stay firm. We've got the power. We've got the product. You can do it. Don't bend to that dick. I'm out of here. Okay. Wish there was a stop button.
This fake news, so fake. I'm the greatest president who's ever president. I told them I would build a wall. The wall is going to be great, so great. Greater than the Great Wall of China. Not only are you going to be able to see it from space, you're going to be able to see it from outer space. The wall is going up. I told them I would win, and the polls were fake. I won. I told them I would have the greatest pick for Supreme Court. We have Gorsuch. I told them I would get a Muslim ban, and I got the Muslim ban. I told them I'd use nuclear weapons because If we got him, why don't we use him? And if Kim What's-His-Nuts keeps pissing me off, I'm going to nuke that slow